The National Golf Course is a wonderful spot. It has a great location right in the center of the Sandhills here. The property was opened, we just celebrated our 21st birthday, so the property is 21 years old now, and we've just had a wonderful time for the last 21 years. The golf course is built and designed by Jack Nicklaus. It's a signature golf course, so that means that he was here hands on the project quite extensively and really drew from the area his inspiration to design the golf course. And as we've talked with him many times about it and his thoughts on it, you know, he really wanted to copy let the hills determine the slopes of the fairways and greens rather than take the land and move it a lot. So he really didn't move very much earth to create the holes that are here. As he designed the golf course, he laid them out so that there are very, very few parallel holes here. So as you play one hole, generally that's about all you see. So it creates a wonderful experience when you're playing throughout the day, so that you really only see maybe the group in front of you and maybe the group behind you, and that's about it. So as you play the day, you don't get the sense that the golf course is ever busy, but it's always just in a nice smooth pace. The design of the golf course is that it mirrors sort of some of the Donald Ross areas that you see on many of our golf courses here, that have a lot of collection areas around the greens. So pitching and chipping and then also putting off the green are a very important factor of playing this golf course and understanding this golf course. The best part about it though is the driving areas are very generous. Nicklaus set that up so you have generous driving areas. So you start there and then your real work comes from 150 yards in, and that's where the work comes in from there. And Ross was famous for that, and I think Nicklaus used a little bit of that inspiration in designing this golf course. Well, I think it's one of those things where you almost feel like that you're walking through nature when you're playing golf here. You know, we have a wonderful grove of pine trees that are here. The birds and the various type of animals that are around here are out each and every day. The fox squirrel is a famous animal here. If you've never seen a fox squirrel, it's a little bit bigger than a gray squirrel, but the difference is it's black and gray and sometimes almost white. So many people mistake it for a skunk because it will look similar to a skunk. So the fox squirrels are everywhere here, and they're beautiful to see running around because they are bigger and have longer tails. And then we just have a wide variety of birds that are in here, that are here really on a daily basis, that really add to the charm and the character of the area. We're very fortunate that we had several natural ponds on the property just to begin with. And then a couple were added just to add some of those features. But we have water on a number of the holes. Most of the water is to the left or to the right of the hole, so it's easy to play around, if you will, or easy for some people to play around. And then there's only just a couple that are really force carried over waters. But Nicklaus, again, did a good job in giving you, in most chances, an area to play around the water, to play up the green, and taking into account the various handicap levels that we'll be playing here. But water is such a beautiful feature on the golf course, positioned correctly, and so that you can play around it. Well, we've regularly been in the top 20 in the state, which we think is a great honor. When you look at the many golf courses that are in the state of North Carolina, and the great golf courses, because many of them have hosted major championships and things like that. So we're regularly in the top 20 in the state. We're in the top 10 in the Sandhills, which is another great honor because of all the wonderful golf courses that we have here in this area and that are put forth to us. And then we've hosted PGA Tour first stage qualifyings, local qualifyings for US Opens and events like that here. Well, I think we have a couple that really stand out in people's minds here. You know, the first one that comes to mind is the 5th hole, which is our par 4. It goes uphill, and then your second shot is downhill, but then there's a creek in front of the green, and we have a beautiful stone wall that was built there in front of it, and so it's just a beautiful scene in there. But a very playable hole, but a very intimidating looking hole, and it's one that most folks really remember. And then the next one in my mind would be number 10, which is a par 5. And you have a drive that really doesn't have much trouble, a generous driving area, but then the real work comes. You can go for the green, but now it's a forced carry all the way over water to a well-positioned green tucked into the side of a hill. Or you can play to the left, have your second shot go to the left, and then have your third shot with a very open shot into the hole without having to carry over any water. So a couple of different ways to play that hole, but a great hole and a great design. Well, I think the thing that folks need to know about the National Golf Club is that we are a private gated community. We have approximately 400 members that are members here, but they can access the golf course through Tobacco Road Golf and Travel. We work with them to access people to play the golf course here. They're very great people to work with, and we've enjoyed a lot of folks that they've sent to us.
Hey, you know, if you're going to come to the Sandhills in North Carolina, you've got to come to the historic village of Pinehurst. You know, we're lucky to get an interview here with Donald Ross, one of the co-designers of Pinehurst number 2, and of course many golf courses are in the Sandhills area, right, Donald? Right. No, seriously, folks, if you're going to visit the Sandhills of North Carolina, downtown Pinehurst with the villages, the shops, the boutiques, and of course a couple great pubs like Darling House, right Donald? Right. And of course Dugan's are great places to go. You hit the links during the day, you come down to the Pinehurst Village at night, and while you drink a few pints, right Don? Right. And you have a good time, maybe sing karaoke at Dugan's. So let's take a look at the Village, Pinehurst. You wait here. When I was talking to old Donald Ross up there, you know Donald Ross, Donnie, he just hangs out in the middle of Pinehurst all the time. He's still looking for a job or a new course design. Run into a guy from Buffalo, New York, now lives in Pinehurst.
Yeah, I do.
Steve owns a beautiful restaurant downtown, Darling House. I'm gonna go inside, you stay out here and park cars.
Anyway, you said we go and have a little fun.
You park the cars, I'll have fun. Steve, get her a drink. Get that lady a drink. What is that, Scotch?
This is Dalwhinnie Scotch.
Ooh.
13-year-old.
Ooh. That one's on the house.
It's on the house.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, when I'm running the joint, we go broke because I can give it all away.
That's the idea.
Let me see it. Take that home with me. Thank you. Here, come up here. Now, you know what? Golf is a lineage game. It's about history. It's about going back to the Swilcan Bridge, Donald Ross. It's history. You have brought some history into this bar, this tavern you've bought. Tell me a little bit about the woodworking.
We hope we did. A lot of the wood comes from Buffalo, New York, South Buffalo, Dunkirk, New York, area, old barns and stuff like that. Back bar is from Buffalo, New York. It's an 1873 back altar from a Presbyterian church on Ferry Street. And the front of the bar is an 1881 judge's bench from Cambridge, Massachusetts courthouse.
A judge's bench.
Judge's
So
bench.
a guy who had a jurisprudence doctorate or whatever the hell they get was sitting there saying, you go to jail for 100 years, you get hung.
That's correct.
You go free, you're kind of cute.
That's correct.
So you sit back here, pour drinks, and stand in
Pour
judgment.
drinks. We stand in judgment, and our motto here at the bar is that we have the law in front of us and God behind us.
That's perfect, and you're stuck in between.
And we're stuck in between.
Yeah. Jokers to the left, fools to the right of me, stuck in the middle with Steve. This is really cool over here. What is that?
We have a little thing on the wall. That's my tartan, the Darling tartan over there, and above that it says Confessions tomorrow, 11 to 1. So we never have confessions; they're always tomorrow.
Always free beer and
And
confessions.
our local priest and Monsignor blessed this bar and gave us the go-ahead on that. And they said, okay, as
Wonderful.
long as they don't actually have confessions.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. I bet on the Buffalo Bills again.
That's it.
Yeah. After losing 4 Super Bowls, I can take that kind of jab at it. Now, the ambiance of the village of Pinehurst there's really a feel here, folks. It's really special. It's very calm and tranquil. Tell me about life in Pinehurst.
It's a much slower pace, very slowed down. A lot of retirement, a lot of young people coming in. It's just a unique place to be. I consider it like the Cape Cod of the South. It's just a unique little village that it gets cool in the winter. You can still have an inch of snow once in a great while. It even adds more to ambiance, okay? But it's just a unique little town to be in.
And you yourself are a golfer.
Yes, I am.
And you love the game. This cat's played, well, he got married in Scotland. He loves the game of golf. So there had to have been a reason. You want another one, lady? Come here. There you go. There had to have been a reason that you came here to play golf.
Yes, we left Buffalo in 2000 and moved to Southport, North Carolina, and 3 years ago decided to come up here and do my pub that I wanted to do for 35 years.
Yeah.
Retired and built it, and I mean, you got 60-some golf courses here, and there's no better place I'd rather be.
Wow. Living the dream.
Living a dream.
Dreaming to live.
That's correct.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All right, go get the dishes. Anyway, ladies. Drinks are on the house. It's from this corner of the bar to this corner of the bar.
Dugan's is wonderful because I came down here from New York, and what's nice about being here is it almost feels like Cheers, because everybody comes in and you know everybody by their name, and if you don't, then you just get to know them, and it's very friendly, it's very warm and inviting, and we have great food, a great staff, and good customers, and it's just a really nice place to let loose a little bit and just enjoy yourself, because that's what life's all about. We have a great menu. We have awesome fish and chips. It was #1 in the whole country in 2007 in Forbes magazine. And the blackened salmon, the Gaelic ribeye, crab cakes, it's fantastic. We have hand-cut chips that we make here that are very addicting. And we have great entertainment. We have karaoke, have a live band, or we have DJ. We're always doing something.
The Hot Golf Show is presented by Golf Vacations Ireland, sponsored by Cleveland Golf, Costa Rican Golf Adventures, Reno, Tahoe, Golf the High Sierras, and Golf San Antonio, Texas.